Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to, I feel like a very long overdue makeup video. It's been ages since I've just sat down and done my makeup with you. So I just fancied sitting down and showing you some products. Some of them are new, some of them you've seen them before. And just doing my makeup with you and showing you what I've been liking recently. I did do a nice fresh layer of fake tan last night, so I'm feeling quite bronzed and fresh. I put a nice coat of moisturiser on, so feeling very fresh this morning. However, the weather is not on my side. It's so dark today. I was really hoping it's going to be a nice sunny day, could do some nice spring makeup with you, but no, it is literally dark. Looks like it's about to rain, but we're not gonna let that stop us from filming this video. So I basically asked you guys on Instagram if you wanted me to chat more about makeup or whether you wanted me to answer some of your guys' questions, and the majority of you said to do this as more of like a Q&A. So that's what I'm going to do. You've all been sending in your questions for the last day, so I am going to go through them and we're going to do some makeup and just have a little old chat. Am I too close? Do I need to move further back? Who cares? Anyway, I need to move my hair out of my face because that's going to do my head in. First things first, I am going to put some primer on. I'm using the WELEDA Skin Food for primer. This is super nice as a really good base. Makes your skin so dewy, but it is kind of like, I'd say like glue to work with. It's incredibly tacky, which means it's a gorgeous base, but yeah, it's just a bit of an maybe unusual texture if you're not used to it. So while I'm putting this on, let's jump into the questions. Right, I'm not going to do these in like any particular order. I'm literally just going to work my way up the list. So, we're going straight in on this one. Have you had anything done to your face? Love your content. I don't know what that means. Do you mean in terms of like filler? Are we talking more like aesthetic, like procedures? In terms of what I have or have had done to my face, I've had lip filler, but this was years ago. So the reason I've not really documented it or shown it is because it was before YouTube. I haven't had it done for years. There's literally nothing left in them. I think because I overline my lips and the way I smile in photos sometimes can also make my lips look bigger. So if I just smile like this, I've got no lips, but I kind of push my lips forward and I'll smile like that, which makes them look bigger. But no, I haven't had that done for ages. I've not had any like filler or Botox or anything like that in my face. Not because I'm against it, nothing against doing things to make you feel good about yourself. I've just not felt the need to be honest. I'm quite blessed to have a resting bitch face, which means I barely have any expression in my forehead anyway. I can raise my eyebrows. I've not had Botox. I just don't tend to do it very much. But yeah, that's it. The things, non-like invasive procedures, I have brow lamination on my brows just to keep them looking full and just a bit darker. And I have lash lifts to make my lashes just, I don't know, just I need less mascara. I just really enjoy having it. But that's it in terms of that. I'm just going to brush up my brows with the Refi, is it Brow Gel? Brow Sculpt, I think it is. Just to set them in place. When will you be moving into your house? Can't wait for the house content. Very soon is the answer to that. So to be precise, it's hard because the house isn't complete yet in terms of it's not finished. So at the moment, I think it will be last week of April, I hope. Also, oh my God, by the way, look at my hand. I had a bit of a tanning disaster when I put my tanning drops on my face last night. So you can tell which hand that I used and I could not get it off this morning. So if you see an orange hand, I'm really sorry. Yeah, the answer to that is end of April. I'm so excited. I can't wait to show you like the house, and definitely gonna include house content on here. I'm gonna vlog the process. I'm gonna vlog a little house tour. It is very exciting, but yes, it's not quite finished yet, but soon. Right, I'm gonna do my foundation and I'm gonna use one that I don't think I've used this on my channel before, but it is one that I really, really like. I'm going for full face of makeup today. Usually if I was kind of like not really doing much, I'd use my NARS Radiant Longwear and mix it with my tinted moisturiser just to make it a little bit more sheer, but I do that in literally every single video that I do. So I'm going to use this one because I do get a lot of compliments when I use this, and even though it's slightly more full coverage, I don't care. That's just the mood I'm in. So I'm going to use the Hourglass, I think it's called, like, is it the Vanish Stick foundation? Something like that, and I'm in the shade Sand. So hopefully it matches. It's probably slightly on the yellow side when I've done my fake tan, but I think with a bit of bronzer, I think we can make it work. And then while I'm blending this out, I'm gonna answer another question. What's your favourite thing about your job? Oh, that's a good one. I'd say, let's just start blending this out. Oh, can you just see how gorgeous that is? I'd say my favourite thing about this job is probably the ability to just be as creative as I want. I've worked in like marketing jobs before. Although I liked like the kind of elements of it, like being creative, it's not fun being in a creative job when it's something that you literally don't care about and you're not passionate about. Whereas I love the fact that if I have a video idea or I don't know, an idea for a reel, I can just do it on my own accord and make it come to life, and I've not got no one watching over me. I've not got to work within the remits of, you know, other people, and you know, it's just, I'd say just having the freedom is what I love about this job. Oh, I'm feeling like maybe is that a little bit yellow? Should I have mixed it? Right, we're going with it. We've got to make it work now, guys. We're in too deep. We've got to make it work. Are you close with your family? Sorry if this is too personal. Feel free not to answer, of course. Firstly, I want to say that's such a nice way to word that question, because sometimes people go all in with like super deep personal questions and I'm like, whoa, calm down. Like, so firstly, thank you for being so polite with asking that question. I think the simple answer to that is no, I'm not. I didn't have the most like straightforward like dream family upbringing sort of thing. So my biological dad has never been in the picture. He left when I was very, very young, and then he just, I don't know, he just went off and lived a child-free life. He just forgot he had a child. So yeah, never had anything really to do with him. And yeah, and now I'm just, no, I'm not close really at all. But in saying that, I don't feel like I'm missing out on anything. I have some really, really good friends around me that are literally like family to me. But yeah, Andy's family like treat me as their family as well. So it's not something that I sit and think about sort of thing, do you know what I mean? Yeah, in short, no. Oh, this is a good question. One thing you wish you knew before buying houses, the first time and now this time. Oh, that's a really good question actually. Just before I answer that though, I am going to do my concealer. So I'm going to use the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in the shade Custard. Pop a little bit there. And a little bit there. So something I wish I'd known. I'd say with buying the house that obviously we're about to move into, one thing that really surprised me, and this, by the way, this kind of more so applies to people that maybe don't have such straightforward mortgages when they're applying. So this is more so aimed at if you're like self-employed or anything like that and you're applying for a mortgage. One thing that I didn't realise is that don't rely on one mortgage broker. They're all so different. It's not been obviously as straightforward with applying for the mortgage because I'm self-employed. Andy has his own stuff going on as well, so there's so many like factors to take into consideration. And whereas I kind of had this idea that if you go to a mortgage broker to help you, I just thought, right, there's just this whole universal thing that all mortgage brokers learn, and it's either a yes, you'll get the mortgage, no you won't, and that's it. And it's just not the case at all. I didn't realise how some mortgage brokers maybe like have better or more relationships with banks and lenders, than others do. So you could go to one and one mortgage broker will tell you one thing and another one will tell you another, and it won't necessarily be based on anything to do with you. It'll be based on their relationships with the banks and the lenders. So yeah, that was quite surprising to me this time. I knew it wasn't going to be as straightforward as the last time. If we talk about 5 years ago, when we applied for the mortgage on this house that we're in now, it was much more straightforward. So me and Andy were both full-time employment, PAYE, you know, both had employers, had a boss, worked in a big company, and that was it. It was so, I'm just going to blend this out, by the way. I've realised I've sat here talking away. But yeah, it was very straightforward. One thing I learned that time around, which probably hasn't come into fruition obviously until now, is that I remember when we were buying this house, it was before like Instagram, YouTube and all of that, but I had so many people in my ear, either people that knew me or even people that barely knew me, honestly saying to me, why are you buying a new build house? They don't go up in value. You're wasting your time. Why would you put your money into that? You should be looking at older houses. You should be doing this. And the short answer to that is it's just not true. For me, it's not about the house being a new build or an older build. The fact is, a house is worth money if you buy in a good location that's going up, got good connections, you know, all the house selling benefits. It doesn't really make that much of a difference if it's old or new. Don't get me wrong, I know so many people probably like jumping down the screen at me. There are exceptions. If you buy a house that's a bit run down, needs a lot of work doing, of course you're going to pick it up cheaper than a house that is fully done. So eventually you'll make money on it, but you need to spend a lot of money to get it to that point. What I'm saying is if you've got two houses on par, that one's new, one's old, you're not going to make more money on the old one just because it's an older one. I'm going to powder my, sorry, I'm getting really like into this now. I'm going to powder my concealer with the Huda Beauty Pound Cake, and I've just dabbed off most of the excess onto my hand and just going to press it into the skin. But yeah, the whole new builds don't go up in value. All I'll say is that is if they're the right house in the right location, they'll always go up in value. Right, nice, short, easy answer question. How tall are you? I am 5'8". Right, I'm gonna put some bronzer on my face because I'm feeling a little bit flat. So, bronzer I'm gonna use is the cream bronzer. This is from Refi in the shade Tan. I'm gonna use my Morphe M6 brush. Just can you see how I kind of sketch on where it needs to go and then I blend it out. So let me answer a new question. How long have you and Andy been together? How did you meet? So me and Andy have, wow, it's really hard to talk when I'm doing this. We have been together for 8 years now. God, it's quite a long time, isn't it? 8 years, and we met at uni. How do you take care of yourself when you don't feel good? Oh, that is a good one. I'd say for me, the biggest thing is recognise why you don't feel good. Like, this sounds really silly, but I'm sure a lot of you can relate. I always tend to feel more anxious and overwhelmed if the house is a mess. And I know that sounds really silly, but I do. I feel 10 times worse if I'm in like a low or a bad mood. I feel worse if the house is a mess. So I'd say the first thing I do is take care of the surroundings that you're in first. So making sure the house is clean, tidy, or at least the space that I'm in is clean, tidy, clutter-free, the mess is gone. Just so I can kind of think straight would be a number one. Also slowing down, learning that you don't have to be on the go all the time. There are things that can wait. The world won't end if you don't get that little bit of work done, or the world won't end if I don't edit a video and get it up when I said I was going to get it up. So yeah, and also just take that, I also just take that time to just be selfish. I'm selfish with my time. If I don't, even though it's good to be around people that are good for you in those moments, if I don't feel like it, I won't force myself. I'll kind of just indulge. I'll binge watch the Netflix show that I wanted to watch. I'll eat what I want to eat, and yeah, I'll just indulge like my inner child. I will literally become a child on those days, which I know is easier said than done for most. Like, I obviously don't have children to look after or anything like that, and I can still do those things. And I'm lucky I've got Andy to like pick up the slack if I do have those days. But yeah, that will be my advice for when I'm feeling like low. Right, I'm just going to finish off bronzing my face because I feel like it's taking ages because I'm just babbling on. So I'm just contouring down the sides of my nose, and I like to put a little bit just over this bit of my nose as well, just to help define the shape. Next question: what do you ask your hairstylist to get your desired look? I always find this question difficult to answer because I don't like necessarily ask for anything. I've been going to my hairdresser for years, so they just know what I want. So I go to two separate people. One person does the colour for me, which is Charlotte Louise Hair on Instagram. And in terms of what I ask her for, again, like I said, I don't ask her for anything, but what she does to my hair is she does a blonde balayage with baby lights as well going through, and then I have face framers at the front. People always ask me like, what colours does she use? Like, I don't know what to say. I don't know. Like, I don't know what the formulas are for the colours. I don't know is all I can say. Best thing I can say is take a picture into your hairdresser to describe the kind of colours that you want, because I don't know is the answer. Right, I'm going to use a cream blush I've been really loving recently. This is from Nude Sticks. Nudies Bloom it's called, and it's in the colour Sweet Peach Peony. So it's just like a cream blush stick like this. I've actually had this in my collection for a while, and I've not used it for so long because every time I used it I was using it wrong. Basically what I was doing was I was putting it straight on my cheeks and then blending it out, and what I was finding was it was shifting the rest of my makeup, so I kind of just put it to one side and forgot about it. And then I picked it up the other day to use and was like, oh my god, it's so simple to use. Why wasn't I using it right? Because it's so good. So what I do now instead is I get the end of it, instead of applying it straight to my face, I get a little brush. This is just, I don't even know where this brush is from. It's like a Real Techniques brush that I've had for years. And I just take a little bit on the end and then go straight in. It's such a gorgeous colour. It's so dewy as well. Oh my god, I love this question. 4 ultimate celebrity dinner guests, dead or alive. Oh my god. This is a really good one. I've never actually thought about this. I know it's quite like a popular question. It's one that I've just never really thought about. I'd say Jim Carrey as one, because he's just childhood hero, and I just find him so fascinating, like this new life that he lives now and like his beliefs and things. He's just someone that I'd really love to talk to. So I'd say Jim Carrey would be one. I'd also probably say Ricky Gervais, just because obviously he's hilarious, he'd be such a good dinner guest, but also again he's so interesting. Really love listening to him. I'd probably also say Louis Theroux, for obvious reasons. The things he's experienced, the people he's met, oh my god, I would love to like quiz Louis Theroux and ask him just so many questions. I can't think of a fourth one. I don't know off the top of my head. I'm going to keep it as those three. I think that'd be quite a cool dinner party. Jim Carrey, Louis Theroux and Ricky Gervais. Right, now I've got my cream blush on. Can you see that difference it makes? Oh, it's such a lovely colour. I'm going to just fill in my brows really quickly with the Refi brow pencil in the shade medium. I won't answer any questions while I'm doing this because I really don't want to mess them up. Oh my god, my brow pencil's nearly run out. Oh, please just let me do this one brow. Someone's also asked me to do a show my bag collection. That wouldn't take very long. I don't know if you mean designer bags or bags in general. If we're talking designer bags, you can see them there. That is the collection. I've got my Marc Jacobs, which I wouldn't really class as a designer bag. It was less than 200 quid. The like tote bag, my Balenciaga hourglass, and then just on the shelf above, just out of shot, is my Fendi baguette, and those are all my designer bags. The end. Nothing else to show. I've got loads of bags like from Zara, Misguided, that I get so much use out of. But yeah, in terms of designer bags, not many. It's never just been a big thing for me. I've never been like someone that's wildly into buying loads of designer bags. And to be honest, I've been wanting to put my money more into this house, like the new house that we're moving into. That has always been the #1 priority for me. Where is your necklace from in the last vlog? It looks like the little black gummy bear. Yes, it's from the exact same place as where this one's from. They're called Treat Studios on Instagram. Oh my god, they have the cutest jewellery on there. Check them out, so cute. But yeah, same place as this little cute A's from. I think if I just show you this, look how cute that is. So cute. I like to add a little bit of normal bronzer just to make sure the cream bronzer doesn't shift throughout the day. Okay, so I'm going to do my eyes now. So I'm just going to take my Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Finish Powder in the shade Medium. And I'm just kind of going to just set my eyes first. Because I've got hooded eyelids, they tend to crease. So if I do this before doing any eye makeup, it just stops them from doing that throughout the day. It's blooming brilliant. Next question, your favourite affordable shops? Oh, so the first ones that spring to mind are definitely H&M and Zara. Now for eyes today, because I want to, even though I've done like a nice full coverage kind of face, I want to keep the eyes like not too heavy. So I'm just going to put a little bit of bronzer through my crease. I'm using the Hoola Caramel bronzer. And I'm just going to literally go over my crease and probably just a little bit underneath my lash line as well. Next question, do you live in Nottingham? Yes. Currently. Your advice for starting a fashion Instagram account? Honestly, at this point, just start. There's a place for everyone on there. The only regret I have with doing mine is not starting sooner. So my biggest tip is to start. You're never going to get it right straight away. You're not going to start your account and then suddenly have 100,000 followers next week. You just learn along the way. You learn what works for you, but the only thing I can say is you won't get better if you don't get started. So just start. You'll work things out along the way, the same as everyone else does. Just don't compare like your small new account to someone that's been doing it for years and years and years. The reason other people that are bigger are where they're at is because they've just been consistent for years and years and years. They didn't have some magic potion or anything like that. I mean, unless they went on Love Island. But joking, kind of. No, just be consistent and just start. As I said, if you're really passionate about it and really enjoy it, that's all that matters. Next, holiday destination. So, because of this blooming house, there is no holidays on the cards. I am not going, I've got no holidays planned for the summer. Yeah, it's just not happening this year, which I think we're planning a trip to New York, but I think that'll be more in like autumn, winter. So I think that will probably be the next holiday that we go on. I mean, who knows? Never say never. Might end up booking a last minute trip. But at the moment, I think most of the like our money at the moment is obviously just going into the new house, and when we move in, it's going to be very much a blank canvas. So we want to just spend some money on it and get it to a point that we're really happy with. So yeah, I'd say at the minute, next destination is New York, but not for a while. And now I'm going to do some gel liner. I'm just going to do the tiniest little baby wing. This is from Beauty Bay. Oh my god, the Beauty Bay, like their own range, their gel liners are brilliant. I usually use their dark brown one, but recently I've been using the black in the shade Void, and oh my gosh, it is so good. So I'm just going to go in with a little angled brush. I probably can't do this on camera, my eyes are already watering thinking about it, so I'll try, but if the next bit is cut out, you know that I couldn't do it on film. Right, now the eyeliner's done, I'm going to go in with a bit of mascara. Just going to use my favourite, the L'Oreal Telescopic False Lash Mascara. Oh, let me do another question actually before I start putting that on. Top 5 wardrobe staples. Ooh. I like this question. Oh, can I do it while doing mascara though, is the question. Number 1 for me, a blazer, because I live in blazers. I think they're blooming brilliant. I'd also say a really good staple fitting pair of blue jeans is a must. A pair of blue jeans is just so versatile. If you can find the one pair that fits you perfectly and can be your go-to pair. Oh, perfect. I also think a really good classic bodysuit, either just in a neutral colour, so either black, white, whatever your go-to colour is. For me, it's probably white. I'm wearing a white bodysuit now. But yeah, I'd say them, and just in multi-packs if you can. Just great staple bodysuits or basic tops, t-shirt. That would 100% be in my top 5. I would also say a really good pair of trousers. So in whatever colour you like. For me, I'd say a pair of camel coloured trousers are just perfect in anyone's wardrobe. You can wear them in spring, summer, autumn, winter. Great for work, great for dressing up with a nice outfit, and also a pair of really comfortable classic white trainers. Okay, almost there guys. I'm just gonna do my lips now. New lip combo for you that I have been so obsessed with recently. It's just perfect for like springtime. I prefer going into spring to go from more of like a brownie nude to more of like a pinky nude. I know, crazy. But the combo I've been loving recently. So for my lip liner, I'm going to use MAC lip liner in the shade Spice. And I'm just going to overline my lips. And then I'm going to take my lipstick. This is from Doll Beauty and this is in the shade FOMO. Just like a really nice nude. I'm just going to dab it towards the centre of my lips. Okay, and that is the lips done. I'm just going to go in with my Charlotte Tilbury powder again and just pat it in around the sides of my nose. Just the places that I tend to get a little bit more oilier. So just my chin, either side of my nose, and a little bit in between my brows. And then that's pretty much my makeup done. I've got time for one more question, which I'm gonna do. And that is, would you ever start your own fashion brand? Love that question. Do you know what? Never say never, because who knows? At the moment, no plans to be honest. I just don't know what I personally would be able to like contribute in terms of like clothes and things. Don't get me wrong, I love fashion, and credit to anyone that can do it themselves, because it's incredibly hard. So yeah, right now there's no plans to do that, but never say never. I have got ideas for a future business that I would really, really love to launch, but I won't talk about that now. But yeah, that's the answer to that question. Okay guys, I should have probably done my hair and tried a bit harder. But yeah, I feel like this video is probably being long enough now, so I'm going to end the video here. Really hope you enjoyed this little get ready with me Q&A. Yeah, let me know what videos you want to see from me, by the way guys. In a few weeks it's going to be all moving vlogs and all of that stuff, but yeah, in the meantime let me know what you want to see from me. I hope you enjoyed this video guys, and anyway, as always, I'll link all the products in the description box below. But yeah, and as always, I will see you in the next one. Bye. Oh my god, that orange hand.